Okay, so yesterday I started doing a video on an installation of a brand new Vanasche skid plate that I've got for my KTM 390. However, a few problems later, that quick video that should have taken maybe 20 minutes would have turned into a 2-hour epic movie adventure. So let's go back over and take a look at what we've got so far. It's not finished because I'm going to have to get some more bolts and do a few other things. All right, my Vanasche skid plate finally came in. So let's see what we need to do to take this apart. 2 Allens on the bottom to start. And then I believe the bracket on the front. The Vanasche came with no directions, so hopefully it's pretty straightforward and easy. We'll see. Okay, I finally found some instructions online. So after the bracket's installed on the motor, now you do the heat tape. Let's go from there. Let me hold my camera. The bracket here, man, is a tight fit. I was beginning to think that it's not going to go on, but popped it up and went on. So let me see if I can get these bolts tightened. So that bracket there is an extremely tight fit against the actual muffler. I didn't think it was going to go on. I'm like, did they send me the wrong crap? Well, it went in. I just had to push up on it a little bit. So let me tighten this here, and then go from. All right, so the reason why I went with the Vanasche is because, well, there's not a whole lot out there. A buddy of mine has one on his Beta 390, and he bragged about it. Another buddy put his on his 25 390 KTM Adventure, and it works perfect. So I ordered one because their website says it's compatible to both. So the plate does offer good protection, as you see here. Comes up, down around the front, down underneath along the bottom, and protects the bottom of the piper enclosure. Now, the next thing that's a little bit of concern is the two front mounted bolts here. You think that they would be flush, but they're not. That's the way they come. So I am going to swap these out and put some flush bolts inside of there. Now, come back here. I had a lot of fitment problems with this thing. One was back here. This side would line up on the bracket. This side would not line up on the bracket. I actually had to drill out some plastic here to get this one up. As you can see, this one here is not even fully all the way tightened. It ended up cross-threading. And these aren't the washers that are supposed to be going on there. However, having to drill out the holes to make this line up, I had to use some kind of washers. So eventually I'm going to put new 2 flatheads with washers on there. So that's another problem. All right, so now we're going to move around the left side. Because I did put the T-Rex bars on there, I did have a little issue with the skid plate here hitting the bar. Not the skid plate company's problem, my problem. So I just took and cut across here so it fits up underneath, and that's not an issue. So like I said, it's got good coverage, but it just, the fitment wasn't there. I don't know if they mocked these up on a 390 Adventure and it's a little bit off different. I'm not sure. All right, so what are the issues that I had? One was I've already got T-Rex crash bars, which I did a video on. So they hamper a little bit, and I'll show you the other side. This side here actually goes in, but it's not bad. It goes through there. So here are the problems that I ran into. Back here, for one, is the second piece of the skid plate. The skid plate comes in 2 pieces. So it's 3 bolts, 1, 2, 3. And the problem was these lined up, this one didn't line up. I actually had to drill out to make this one line up. Then there was also supposed to be washers underneath here. However, the bolts on the top aren't long enough for the washers. So the other issue I had was right here. The front of the skid plate, and it's moved back a little bit since it's cooled, but it fits. It was almost against the header. And I'm like, that's not going to be good when it gets hot. It's going to be melting it. So what I ended up doing was taking a pry bar, put all the way through. Don't have a heat gun, so I took my wife's hair dryer, blow dryer, and heated the heck out of the bottom down here, and was able to bend it out. Now, whether it's going to stay out after it cooled all the way or not, I don't know. hopefully that's the case. So like I said, it's got great coverage. However, the bolt holes didn't line up in 2 of the spots. Had to drill out. And like I said, this plastic here was up against the header, and I did have to put a pry bar in there, heat up the skid plate on the outside, heat it up along here, and when it cooled, it stayed out. So good looking skid plate, but for a $200 piece of plastic, I think the fitment and everything could have been a little bit better for sure. All right, as you see along the back, it fits in the back. I did have to use the spacer piece that comes along with it, because it wasn't going to fit without the spacer piece, basically. So I had to put that in there. That is the mount here that goes on the engine. That's the only bad thing about this. This skid plate mounts to the bottom of the engine. This isn't super sturdy, so I really don't know if I would put it up on my jack using this system or not. I definitely wouldn't do it on the stock system, so I don't know about this system. Also, it was such a tight fit, this started stripping out, got it in, and I had to put a locking nut on this side of it. So it looks good, but the fitment, to say the least, just a little bit disappointing.